Okay, so recently everything has been failing. Well, not recently, for a long time now. Things have been failing. Things have not gone my way. Um, you know, I haven't been able to keep a job. Haven't started a career. I've had over. I've been put to sleep over 6 times under anesthesia for surgeries in my knees. I'm missing full cartilage in my right knee. Starting to lose my left knee cartilage. Over 2 surgeries on this knee, over 4 in this one. Shot myself in the leg when I was 15, which probably caused all this shit. It is very hard. And it's getting hard as I get older because now it's about time and I feel like I need my own space. I want to get my own place. I want to be able to be in my own place. All those normal, I think, feelings as a 20-year-old getting older and becoming my own person and, things of that nature. This post is not to put, like, I'm not looking for anybody to come and tell me anything. I don't need anybody to tell me anything. I just kind of want to explain my situation and, just make a video about it to be able to look back later and be like, damn, you got it, bro. Like, you understood. And I hope anyone else watching can understand that no matter what is going on in your life, I need you to not give up. And I also need you to understand that faith is going to carry you a lot of the way. And what I mean by that is that no matter how much you can't see, that faith that you carry is going to uncover everything for you. And I say this because every time I've gotten low in faith and very just low feeling of like there's going to be no tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do, I carried on and I continued to have that even little faith, and it took me places. And it's continuing to do so, either in this real world or mentally. I am just becoming more uh, resilient, and I can't complain. I'm really grateful for that feeling because no matter what, I am gonna keep pushing and striving to get a get and maintain a job, start a career, build a business, whatever it may be. I haven't found myself yet, and I'm 20 years old. I'm living back with my mom after losing my job. I was working in healthcare all year long, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I got laid off, and I can no longer work in government jobs, including healthcare. So, at least time being, it's probably going to be like another year or two until I'm eligible to work in a government job again. So, time being, I need to figure it out. Um, I am facing right now some difficulties with my knees. Like I mentioned, I'm losing cartilage. They told me I need a knee. They told me I need a meniscus replacement in my right knee already, which I'm not gonna do because I'm 20 years old and I don't need it yet. I'm still able to do some things. It hurts, yes, but I don't think it's to that point yet. For this left knee, I have a current meniscus lateral tear. I think it is. It's a tear back here, and that one's affecting me pretty good. Um, it's causing restricted motion and actual problems. But again, I'm not trying to let that stop me, and I don't want to get the surgery yet because I don't have a job, and I'm kind of in that moment in life right now, living at my mom's, not being able to pay bills, um, where I just feel like it's urgent. I need to get something going now, and at least be able to take care of the minimum. Um, so with that being said, um, after losing my job about 2 months ago, I've been, unemployed for the last almost 2 months now straight. And I was in this program, which I got kicked out of because they were finally like, it's crazy how time works. So they were finally like, okay, you got your job. We're going to let you go. You're doing good. Follow up services. This is all with financial aid through some program called the MOK that help people out with job placement, getting their career started. It's a really dope nonprofit program. Anyways, I was in the program for the last 3 years. I've been fucking off, taking advantage, whatever. I finally like started to get my shit going. I started working on my diploma, which I just got like last week, and then I got moved to follow up service, and then I lost my job, and then I had to go and ask them what's up again because they offer so many like certifications like for electricians, plumbers, CDL, HVAC, so many good like trade certificates, and I didn't take advantage because I figured I was gonna continue in the healthcare. I was gonna become a phlebotomist, do something, up in the healthcare because it's not really too much labor. It's just healthcare, and that was the plan. Plan failed. Lost my job. Lost the chance to work in government at least for the next 2 years, and so now I need to figure something out. And so after being moved to follow up services, I had to come back this following month and ask them what can I do to get back in the program. Thank the Lord that they have a re-enrollment form and a re-enrollment process in which I took and did and turned in, and I wrote this whole story about what's going on, what's been going on, and thank the God they accepted me back into the program. Except this time I had to sign letters of commitment, basically stating that I'm gonna commit to something, I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna use the program and basically abuse the benefits they're trying to give me. So I signed it, and I'm on board. So they offer like over 30 different certifications for different things. I think it's plumbing, welding, it's a bunch of trade stuff. Now I have a friend who has a CDO, and he just recently got a job doing I think it's installing fiber, optic fiber, somewhere in Illinois, near Chicago, something like that. But he's got room to move up in the job he's got, and it's real cool. The thing is, and the one thing I keep thinking about is it's still labor. And me personally, the way my knees feel and the fact that I have to get another surgery and they want to replace this one, it's just so much shit that I feel like I might be able to get my CDO. I no, I should be able to get my CDO. And if I took that route, I'd probably end up, if I didn't just get straight into trucks, doing something labor still. And I don't, it's not that I don't want to, I just don't want to hurt my knees more than they already are and cause my knees to get worse before I can get a stable job or income and then lose all the process and be set back again. So I'm trying to think of the most critical way or career path I can take that will not be affected by me getting surgery. And I feel like the main one is this stuff right here: computers, either computer tech, cybersecurity, coding, what something that has to do with computers. And so I'm really, really brainstorming about that too. So it's really between a CDO, something computer tech, coding, cybersecurity, or plumbing. And I know that's labor work too, but it's got to be something. I have to choose something. So I'm getting assigned a new caseworker by next week, and I'm going to go over the things they offer, and I'm going to make my decision, and I'm going to commit. One thing I've always told people is that you don't need to do something forever. You can do something for the next 3-4 years, figure it out, move on to the next goal, move on to the next mission, and get it done. So with that being said, I just wanted to make this video as kind of like a life update, something I could look back to later on and be like, damn, and bring y'all along with me, show y'all like the process of how, what not giving up looks like, and just keep on going and pushing and striving for better, because until I am dead, there's no stopping me, and I'm not giving up. I'm never gonna give up. I do not care. Like, I don't care. So with that being said, I want to get a job, maintain a good stable income, learn how to get my trading on point, trade, have a job, live life. Boom. That's the end goal. And then, continue growing from there. So, yeah. I was going to name the title of this video like Everything's Failing, but no. Everything is working out just how it should. And so that's what the title of this will be. That everything is working out. And yeah. So, I think it's like 7 o'clock. Something like that. I have nothing else to do this week because I don't have a job, and I'm waiting for the program, because while I either if it's the CDL that I do while I take those classes, I think they give me employment and a job. So I'm waiting to hear back from my case manager to see what um is the word on job placement, and if they're not gonna, because I think for electricians it's apprenticeship, but it's a paid apprenticeship, and same thing with plumbers. So I want to figure out and wait and to see to what I'm gonna do until I start going to apply, because I already had a few. Well, I've already applied to a few places like Sam's Club. I used to work there, and yeah. So if I end up doing the CDL, I think I'm gonna go apply to be a dishwasher. Meanwhile, Scarface shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but I've said this before in past videos that I'm gonna do a video every week, but ends up not happening because I end up thinking too much about it. I end up writing a whole bunch of like bullshit script, whatever, and then not doing it. So, um, yeah, hopefully I can continue to make these little videos, updates on YouTube, and then yeah, I've been slacking on the gym because my knees have been hurting the last few days, but honestly, I think every time I give myself a little break, it's good, and I actually feel like I look better, and I feel better. So, giving myself a little break, couple days, and then I'll probably post some of that content. Stay tuned on Instagram at Starve Distractions. I post more on there for sure. But again, this is all just to show you guys, give y'all some value and show y'all the journey of what, you know, like we got phones now, bro. Like I could record this whole journey how I started from nothing, and started truck driving, saved up all this money, did this, did that, and then that's another thing too. Like as soon as I get a job or a career, I'm not gonna buy a new car. I'm not gonna buy a new house. I'm not gonna buy new clothes. Like I want to run this shit up to the moon, and then some, and then some, and then figure out the next, and then some. Like I'm trying to run this shit up, and like I don't really feel like people understand that, but I'm really just trying to run it up. So stay tuned. Show some support. Show each other some love. Go tell your mama you love her, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.